यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवाम्बोधे स्थितेर्षावता वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम्। श्रीराम जय जय राम ॐ 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 श्रीराम जय राम ॐ श्रीराम जय राम ॐ श्रीराम जय राम ॐ श्रीराम जय राम जय राम ॐ जय राम ॐ सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Let us chant Sutikshna Ji Stuti. Can you all hear me well with the heater on? Okay. Hari Om. This is after 10th Doha, AranyaKandh. कह मुनि प्रभु सुनो बिनती मोरी, स्तुति करो कवन विधि तोरी। महिमा अमित मोरी मति थोरी, रवि सन्मुख खद्योत जोरी। श्याम तामर सदाम शरीरम, जटा मुकुट परिधन मुनि चीरम। पाणि चाप शर कटी तुणीरम, नौमि निरंतर श्री रघुवीरम। मोह विपिन घन दहन कृशालु, संतत सरोरुह कानन भानु। निशिचर करे वरूथ मृगराज है, त्रातु सदानो भव खगबाज है। अरुण नयन राजीव सुवेशम, सीता नयन चकोर निशेषम। हरहृदि मानस बालमरालम, नौमि राम उरबाहु विशालम। संशय सर्पग्रसन उरगादः, शमन सुकर्कश तर्क विषादः। भवभञ्जन रञ्जन सुरयूथः, त्रातु सदा नो कृपावरूथः। निर्गुण सगुण विषम समरूपम्, ज्ञानगिरा गोतीतमरूपम्। अमलमखिलमनवद्यमपारम्, नौमि राम भञ्जनमहिभारम्। भक्तकल्पपादप आरामः, तर्जन क्रोध लोभ मद कामः। अतिनागर भवसागर सेतुः, त्रातु सदा दिनकर कुलकेतुः। अतुलित भुज प्रताप बलधामः, कलिमल विपुल विभञ्जन नामः। धर्म वर मनर मद गुण ग्राम संतत शंतनो तुम राम जदपि बिरज व्यापक अविनाशी सबके हृदय निरंतर वासी तदपि अनुज श्री सहित खरारी बसतु मनसि मम कानन चारी जे जानहि ते जानहु स्वामी सगुण गुण उर अंतर जामी जो कुशलपति राजीव नयना करो सो राम हृदय मम अयना अस अभिमान जाई जनि भोरे मैं सेवक रघुपति पति मोरे सुनि मुनि बचन राम मन भाए बहुरि हर्षि मुनि बरउर लाए परम प्रसन्न जानुनि मोहि जो बर मागहु देव सुतोहि मुनि कह मैं बर कबहु न जाचा समुझि न परई झूठ का साचा तुमहि नीक लागे रघुराई सो मोहि देहु दास सुखदाई अविरल भगति बिरति विज्ञाना हो सकल गुण ज्ञान निधाना प्रभु जो दीन सो बरु में पावा अब सो देहु मोहि जो भावा अब सो देहु मोहि जो भावा अनुज जानकी सहित प्रभु चाप भान धर राम मम हिय गगन इंदु इव बसहु सदा काम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। In Ramacharitmanas, there are different devotees who make their presence for different durations of time. Sutikshna ji and Shabri ji are two such devotees who come for a very short time, but they leave a very deep impression with their love for God and the purity with which they ask from Bhagavan. We had seen the story of Sutikshna ji. He was the disciple of Agastya Rishi. Agastya Rishi told him, in my Guru Dakshina, I want Bhagwan Rama. And he did tapasya. Finally, he comes to know that Bhagwan is coming. What are the things we can appreciate in Sutikshna Rishi? First thing is complete absence of pride. That somebody who has done so much of sadhana, tapasya, that Bhagwan is coming to give darshan. When he starts walking towards the Lord, he feels, I don't have any sadhana, I don't have any japa, neither is my mind firmly rooted on God. Will Bhagwan even look at me? That is the thought he has in his heart. And with that pure love, he goes forward, comes backward, doesn't know what are the directions. Bhagwan is watching all of this from behind a tree, which is just an indicator that what Bhagwan truly loves is pure love. Sutikshna Rishi, he makes one more point. It doesn't matter what sadhana we do or what sadhana we don't do. Only thing which matters is, am I exclusively choosing God? And he said, those who choose Bhagwan exclusively, Bhagwan unsees their qualifications. How much sadhana they have done, what is their ability to meditate. He says all of that is put aside. What matters is Varanam. Varanam means exclusively choosing Bhagwan. That was the second quality of purity. Sutikshnaji's entire prasanga is a very beautiful description of what is pure love. The last one was, he prayed to Bhagwan that may I get Avirala Prema. Avirala Prema means that whenever I think of Bhagwan, may no other thought interfere. That is the beauty of his devotion. Generally in our sadhana, what happens? We have one Bhagavad Akara Vritti, thought which points us towards the Lord, and 15 Vishaya Akara Vritti, 15 other thoughts which remind us of the world. Now the beauty in their sadhana is, when they think of the Lord, they think only of the Lord. Virala means with breaks. Avirala means without break. So in our sadhana, one of the effort should be this, whatever duration we do. If I sit for 15 minutes, can I think only about Bhagwan at the exclusion of world? In Hindi they say pragadata. Pragadata means depth. How deep is this devotion depends upon how long and effortlessly it can think about Bhagwan. So much so that when he sits down to meditate on Bhagwan's form, Bhagwan is standing in front of him and his eyes are closed, he is meditating upon Bhagwan. Bhagwan must have tapped in, tried to speak to him, must have called his name. Bhagwan tried several methods, Goswamiji said, but he is not willing to get up. Look at his exalted state of upasana. Bhagwan standing in front, his mind on the Lord, Bhagwan is unable to wake him up. Then Bhagwan changes his form. Instead of his Ishta Rupa, he shows his Chaturbhuja Rupa. And that was sufficient for him to wake up. So whenever we have this question, why should we hold on to one form? We should remember Sutikshnaji. That if we want focus in our meditation, we want to connect with Bhagavan, that connection will happen through one form. Now it doesn't mean one will not worship other forms. Having worshipped all the forms, he takes support of one form to connect. Sometimes when mind wants to hold on to different forms, that is also one form of restlessness. That one place it goes, it doesn't settle there. Again it wants to go somewhere else. That's why he says here, Dhyana Janita Sukha Pava. Jagana Dhyana Janita Sukha Pava. He was getting that joy by focusing on one form. What that form has to be, our Upanishads say, will give you a list. They don't insist, pick this form alone. If you see our Upanishads, any Upanishad you take, you will have a variety of upasanas. Meditate upon the sun, meditate upon the moon, fire, different altars. But we have to hold on to one, or we should try to hold on to one. Now, having spoken about different forms, first one was Ekarupa, form of the Lord, then the protector form of Bhagavan. Finally, he elaborated on the Nirguna aspect of Bhagavan. That's where we had stopped last time. Amalam akhilam anavadyam aparam naumi rama bhanjanamahi bharam. I bow down to that Bhagavan who is attributeless in his essential form. By the way, as we had discussed in the last session, this stuti has to be read in detail. When we chant this stuti, if we need the impact of this stuti, then every word should become clear to us. How much we want to reflect, it depends upon us. In many other portions of Ramacharitmanas, Bhavartha is sufficient. You just translate the literal meaning and you can move on. But these stutis are unlike that. And Goswamiji's speciality is he mixes Sanskritam, Hindi and Avadhi. So one word you will not know whether it is Avadhi or it is Sanskritam. Look at the next one now, seventh Chaupai. Bhakta Kalpa Padapa Arama. Who is Bhagwan? Bhagwan is like Kalpa. Kalpa means Kalpataru. Padapa means tree. That which drinks through the feet. Padena pibati. That is called as tree. Padapaha means a tree. Kalpa Padapa. He is the Kalpataru tree. Not one tree. He is garden. Aramaha means like the garden of wish-fulfilling trees. That is Bhagwan to his devotees. Tarjana Krodha Lobha Mada Kamaha. She suddenly has gotten Sanskritam now. Tarjana means to threaten. So for qualities like anger, greed, lobha, mada, pride, and desire, Bhagwan is the one who threatens all of them. Means he finishes all of them. You know, Tarjana word, have you heard the word Tarjani? Angushtabhyam namaha, Tarjanibhyam namaha, Madhyamabhyam namaha, Anamikabhyam namaha. Tarjani means forefinger. So whenever we have to point to somebody, scold somebody, which finger is used? Tarjana. That is where this word comes, Tarjani. Tarjana means to scold. So Tarjani is that which we use to scold. Tarjate anaya iti tarjani. Means with that, certain emotions are conveyed. That is called as Tarjani. In our Bhagavad Gita class, I think 13th chapter, we will look at the symbolism of Jnana Mudra. Holding on to this example of Tarjani. But since we will see it on Saturday, I will not go over it over here. Okay? Tarjani means that. Ati Nagara. Nagara means very polished. House. Nagara means city. So Nagara means like a city person. One who is very, very polished in his transactions, in his speech. Bhava Sagara Setuhu. To cross over this samsara, Bhagwan is the bridge. Tratu Sada Dinakara Kula Ketuhu. May Bhagwan protect us, who is the best amongst Raghuvamshis. Atulita Bhuja Pratapa Bala Dhama. His power is immeasurable. Atulita Bhuja Pratapa Bala Dhama. Kalimala Bipula Bibhanjana Namaha. Whatever shortcomings might be there of Kali Yuga, Bhagwan is somebody who can finish all of that. Not only Bhagwan, but his Nama also. That is where this Vibhanjana Namaha word has come. Dharma Varma. Dharma Varma means protector of Dharma. Narmada. Narmada is a very beautiful word. Narma means Sukham. Joy. One who gives joy is called as Narmada. So Narmada river is that seeing which one gets joy. Or it gives joy in several ways. So that is the word Narmada. If you have your video on, you should not be moving. Good. Narmada, Gunagramaha. Santata Shantanotu Mama Ramaha. Dharma Varma Narmada Gunagramaha, one who is the abode of all good qualities. Santata, eternally the one who does Vistara. Vistara means one who is going to spread. Sham Tanotu. Sham means auspiciousness, goodness. So in my life, the one who is going to spread goodness That is Bhagwan Rama. Shan Tanotu. Tanotu means to spread. Sham means auspiciousness. See, the thing is, we all feel good if something good happens. Something auspicious happens. But on our strength, we can never guarantee it in the future. That is one limitation of Jiva. There is always fear attached. May good never go away, may bad never come. Shantanotu means what? Whatever goodness is there, the one who is going to protect it throughout my life. That is Bhagwan Shantanotu Mama Rama. Next is a very nice chaupai. He says, Bhagwan, many people have understood you in this way. Jadapi Biraja. Biraja means Virakta. Virakta means one who is not having taint of three gunas. Raja means impurity. Viraja means one who doesn't have any impurity. So what is impurity in consciousness? Three gunas. So Viraja means the one who is beyond three gunas. Vyapaka. There is no place where Bhagwan is not there. Vyapaka means all pervading. And Avinashi. There is no time when Bhagwan was not there or Bhagwan will not be there. This is his Nirguna Rupa. As pure consciousness, Bhagwan is beyond three gunas, Bhagwan is all pervading, and Bhagwan is eternal. Now just look at it. The moment we say Bhagwan, we say he is Ishvara. He is complete. There cannot be any place where he is not. If you say Bhagwan is somewhere and he is not somewhere else, his Ishwaratva will get Khandita. His lordship will get challenged. If you say God was there at some time and now he is not there, then again you cannot call such an entity as Ishvara. So the very fact we say the word Ishvara, it means it has to be all-pervading and eternal. In fact, even to give results of action, Bhagwan has to be of this nature. What action a jiva has done, where? Unless he is all-pervading, how will he give? First of all, he has to note it, and then he has to give the result. So that happens by his Vyapakatva. And also, Avinashi means he is eternal. Now he says, Sabke Hrudaya Nirantaravasi. Bhagwan, another quality that you have is, you are seated in everybody's heart. In the heart of a saint and a sinner, it is the same Lord who is seated. But in spite of this, Tadapi, in spite of you being all-pervading Bhagwan, I have one request for you. Tadapi Anuja Shri Sahita Kharari. Even though you are all-pervading, still I want you to specially come and sit in my heart. And I like variety. I like more people. So you don't come alone. Bring Lakshmanji also, Anuja. Bring Sitaji also. Shri. Sahita Kharari. The one who killed Khara Rakshasa. Bhagwan, please come and sit in my heart, along with Lakshmanji, along with Sitaji. Now just on this 1/4 of a chaupai, Mahatmas have written elaborate commentaries. Why does Sutikshna Rishi ask for all three of them to come? And one point is very beautiful, what we have to note. what is helpful in our sadhana. Bhagwan is that many people accept. Astikas. Bhagwan is. But benefiting from the presence of the Lord, very few people are able to accomplish. Bhagwan is there, many accept. But does it stop me from doing wrong things? That very few are able to accomplish. So this is called as Vartamana Ishwar and Vidyamana Ishwar and Vartamana Ishwar. Vidyamana Ishwar means Bhagwan is there. But he might be there, I will do what I want to do. Whatever things I'm supposed to do, sometimes mind tells don't do it. He doesn't do it. Whatever he is not supposed to do, mind tells do it. He does it. Does he not have faith in God? He has faith in God. That is called as Vidyamana Ishwar. Bhagwan is there. Vartamana Ishwar is when that same Lord starts interfering in his choices. Whatever is his duty, if his mind tells don't do it, he will not listen to his mind. He will do what he is supposed to do. Means duty mind says, why do you want to do it now? Do it later. And what he is not supposed to say, mind says, let me say it. He says he doesn't say it because of his love for God. So that becomes Vartamana Ishwar. Not only Bhagwan is there, but he is interfering in my choices. It is just like saying, there's a crowded place and cops are there. And it's daylight, and whoever wants to do what, everything they're doing. Somebody is taking somebody's bag, somebody is snatching something. Are the cops there or not? You say, yes, they are there. That is Vidyamana cop. He is there, but he is not helpful. Vartamana is, in the fear of that cop, nothing else should be happening there. That is Vartamana Ishwar. Vartamana cop, Vartamana police. In the same way, that quality applies to Bhagwan also. So in my life, before doing right things, am I getting blessings from the Lord? And if any erroneous things comes in front, am I getting censure from the Lord? That is this quality where Sudikshna Rishi is saying, Bhagwan, you are present everywhere. That is matter of fact. But along with your presence, our Durguna also remains. Bhagwan is Ananda Swarupa, my sorrows also remain. Bhagwan is of the nature of truth, but untruth remains. So let your presence not be mere presence. Let me start benefiting from it. To help us in this, we need two things. One is Lakshmanji, another is Sitaji. Lakshmanji represents discipline. How Bhagwan disciplined Sugriva. Slightly he went off track, their love will not work. You have to bring some fear. So Lakshmanji represents fear. And Sitaji represents Karuna, love. So to discipline the mind, we need both. Some kind of fear of God and discipline. Basatu manasi mama kananachari. Bhagwan, please come and reside in my heart. Don't just be present like in everybody else. Je janahi te janahu Swami. Other people, whoever have known you in whatever way, let them know. Saguna aguna ura antarajami. Somebody says saguna, somebody says nirguna. and somebody says, your inner prompter, Antaryami. But for me, Jo Kosalapati Rajiva Nayana, Karoso Rama Hrudaya Mama Ayana. Please make this mind as your permanent home, along with Sitaji and Lakshmanji. So your Saguna Rupa draws me more than any other description. The next line is very, very important. It's an oft quoted line and explained in several ways. Asa abhimana jai nahi bhore, main sevaka raghupati pati more. Simple meaning of this is, Bhagwan, may this abhimana never go from me, even by mistake. Jai nahi bhore means out of inadvertence also, may this pride never go. What pride are you asking? That I am a sevaka and Bhagwan is my master. Main sevaka, Raghupati pati more. Now this is also a very beautiful chaupai for Mananam. Let us focus on the word abhimana. Abhimana. The root word for abhimana is ma. Ma dhatu, abhi upasarga becomes abhimana. Ma means to measure. Ma means to measure. So abhimana means what? Holding on to certain things, I measure myself. In simple words, holding on to certain things, I define myself. So my identity is called abhimana. Abhimana here literally doesn't mean pride. Abhimana means identity. In fact, whole Vedanta is about this only. To correct our identity. But this is a devotional text. So a sweeter method will be given. They will not say you are Brahman directly. Now let us look at our common abhimana. If somebody asks us, who are you? What will we say? Somebody might say, I am a son, I am a daughter, husband, wife. All these different things are our abhimana. And as per that abhimana, we will have certain expectations. Think about it. Do we ever have an expectation without identifying ourselves as something? Without abhimana, apeksha, expectation is not possible. The moment we say, I am a son, that abhimana will have certain expectations. Moment a person says, I am father. So how son should behave towards father, some apeksha will be there. So the kingpin, the hub of all identities is our abhimana. There is one fundamental abhimana that I am a manushya, I am a human being. And then there are spokes, different kinds of other abhimana that come with it. And they are not that innocent. Each abhimana will bring certain expectations. And with expectations come our samsara. That is a bigger picture over here. Now, if all this is true, in transactional life, we cannot avoid it. The moment we enter transactional life, the moment we wake up, we will hold on to some abhimana. Different times of the day, different abhimana will become stronger. When you are at work, which abhimana is strong? I am an employee, employer, or I am husband, wife. Main abhimana is what is present right there. That paristhiti will strengthen that abhimana. The moment we see, let's say mother sees son, which abhimana will come? I am a mother. So there are different abhimanas which are dormant, and in a sequential way, based on different triggers, they arise. Now Goswamiji says, if this is the situation, and we appreciate that final culmination of these abhimanas are in samsara only, then what is the best abhimana we can have? He says, best abhimana we can have is, I belong to the Lord. Before saying, I am a husband, I am a wife, I am a son, I am a daughter, first we should say, I am Bhagavan's sevaka. As Bhagavan's sevaka, he has given me the role as a father. He has given me the role as a son, given me the role as a wife, as a daughter. But what is the main sambandha? Main sambandha is Bhagavan. Now this point we have to keep reflecting. What are the repercussions of holding on to worldly sambandhas and making them absolute? One thing is, it makes us dependent for love. One commentator he writes, हम लोगों को कंधे पे बिठाना चाहते हैं या फिर किसी के कंधे पे बैठना चाहते हैं. Either we want to take somebody on our shoulder or we want to go and sit on somebody else's shoulder. Means dependence for love. And we realize that at some point it becomes a burden. This also we have to think. Constantly if we are depending upon somebody, at some point we will realize it cannot take us too far. And hasn't it happened that if somebody is depending on us, at some point we'll notice or appreciate that this is also not going to take us too far. So he says, instead of sitting on somebody's shoulder or having somebody else sit on our shoulder, we should look at the sitting of a child on father's shoulder. Look at how a child sits on father's shoulders. Father feels happy holding the child on his shoulder. Why is that? He says there are two things. One is, child knows he is helpless. Child knows, I cannot do anything. So if he wants to see something, go somewhere, he says, I want to sit on father's shoulder. So he knows he is helpless, and second, he knows that father is samartha. Father is strong. That kind of abhimana doesn't become a burden. So the root of this sambandha is nirabhimanata. Because he says, I am helpless and one who is in front is all powerful. Whom does the father symbolize here? Bhagavan. And the child is Bhakta. He says, rather than taking somebody else on our shoulder or sitting on somebody's shoulder, means demanding love, becoming dependent for love, he says this is true independence, where Bhagwan becomes our support for everything. Now this particular line you see, मैं सेवक रघुपति पति मोरे. Keeping this bhavana in our heart, that I am a sevaka and Bhagwan is my master. Now if somebody is our master, what is their duty? First duty of the master is to give work. Otherwise, what is the master going to do? If he never gives you anything, how will you call him your master? First duty of master is to give work. Having given the work, second duty of the master is to give resources, so that the sevaka can do the work. Give the work, give resources. Third thing is plan for future work also. Good master is that one who is having a good plan, that what I should give, like employer, employee, if you take, employer should give work. If he is sending that person somewhere, he should book the ticket, hotel and everything, give resources, and should not be just thinking of 2 days, 3 days. Long-term plan should be there. How am I going to use this employee? If these three things we can feel for the Lord, that is his bhavana, that Bhagwan is my Swami. Wherever I am placed in my life right now, that work has been given to me by Bhagwan. All different duties, whatever it might be there, I should not feel it has come to me randomly. Bhagwan being my Swami means clarity in this thought. If he did not want me to do this, he would not give it. Second is, if he has given me, who will be providing resources? Bhagwan only will provide. Now I am okay. I don't know what will happen few years later. He says, good employer is the one who has planned thoroughly. So where we will be used for which work, Bhagwan has very well planned. These three are qualities of a good Swami. He should give work, give resources, and plan well. Now, what are the qualities of a good Sevaka? First quality of a good Sevaka is he should be diligent in doing that work, minus attachment. If Swami has given something, first I should remember, it is my duty to do it well. And more is the love towards the Swami, better will be the quality of work. But his beauty is, he remembers that this belongs to my Swami. So minus attachment. One litmus test of this is how quickly we can start work and how quickly we can stop work. How attached I am to anything, how will I know? How quickly I can start, and when asked, how quickly I can stop. That will give me a mirror towards Kartavya Buddhi. If I am attached to it, I cannot stop. I will keep going, keep pushing. This is the first quality of good Sevaka. Diligent without any attachment. Second quality is, if he knows that his Swami is taking care of giving resources, planning things in future, what should be absent while doing his work? Worry. If I know that the one who has given me the work is Samartha, he is all powerful, all knowing, to the extent I know this, to that extent my worry should reduce. If not eliminate completely, at least it should reduce. Whatever is bothering me right now, I should remind myself, this is given me by the Lord. So freedom from worry is the second quality of a good Sevaka. Last quality, there are many qualities, last that we can reflect in this limited time is, if a Sevaka knows that my Swami is Samartha, Samartha means powerful. Swami is great. Such a great Swami, if he has chosen me for seva, he says, I am grateful for this seva. Because he is so Samartha, he could have chosen anybody. But he chose me. That is the third bhavana of a sevaka. Diligent work minus attachment, because he knows it belongs to Swami. Swami is powerful, therefore no worry. And he is planning my life. And the last one is, I am grateful because Lord of the universe chose me for something. He says that is the beauty of this sentence. Asa abhiman jai nahi bhore, मैं सेवका रघुपति पति मोरे. Bhagwan, even in my dream, may I not forget this, that I belong to you. Suni muni bachana Rama mana bhai. Listening to Bhagwan was listening to Sutikshna ji, Bhagwan was delighted. Bahuri harashi muni bara ulalai. With lot of joy, Bhagwan embraced him. Parama prasanna janu muni mohi. Bhagwan said, know me to be very happy with you. So whenever Bhagwan is happy, he says, ask what you want. Jo bara magahu tehu sutoi. Whatever you ask, I will give. Have you heard the phrase Chatura Brahmana? The one who started this parampara was Sutikshna Rishi. You see what he says now, huh? Muni kaha main bara kabahu na jacha, samujhe na parai jhoota ka sacha. He says, Bhagwan, I am somebody who is dull-witted. I don't know what is real, what is unreal, what to ask, what not to ask. And you are telling me, ask what you want. It's very dangerous, he says. What if I end up asking something like Kumbhakarna? He asked for sleep. So my mind doesn't know what to ask. You tell me. So better is, you only give what you want. Tumahi neeka lage ragurai. Whatever you think is right. So mohi dehu dasa sukhadai. I have full faith in you that you will only give what is good for me. Then Bhagwan was so pleased, he said, Abhirala Bhagati. See, that Abhirala word has come again. Huh? Abhirala Bhagati means unbroken remembrance of the Lord. Pramana Maharshi gave two examples. Ajya dharaya srota sasamam. Ajya dharaya means like a ghee flows without interruption, and like a river flows. Srotasa means river. So ghee example is given to show uninterrupted. And river example is given to show effortless. River doesn't put forth effort to move forward. Like that, his mind doesn't have to put effort to turn towards the Lord. Abhirala Bhagati Birati. Give me dispassion. Bhagwan says, you take dispassion. Bigyana, knowledge you take. Homu sakala guna jnana nidhana. May you become the abode of all good qualities and virtues and knowledge. Now see Sutikshna Rishi. Huh? One commentator says, Brahman ka beta hai. He is Chatura Brahmana. See what he asks. Prabhu jo deena so baru main pava. Bhagwan, whatever you gave, I got. Abaso dehu mohi jo bhava. Now please give me what I want. Means what? After you gave your blessings, I understood now what I should ask and what I should not ask. So one boon you gave, now give me that what I want. What does he ask? Anuja Janaki Sahita Prabhu. Along with Lakshman ji and Sita ji. Chapa Banadhara Rama. Please reside in my heart, but that bow and arrow also you bring along. Don't come without it. Bring bow and arrow also. Mama hiya gagana indu iva. In my heart you reside as not ordinary moon. That moon which is seen from the sky. Meaning, moon which is seen from the earth grows big and small. That moon which is seen from space remains eternal. So may my devotion to you not grow up and down. Mama hiya gagana indu iva basahu sada nikkama. May this remembrance of Lord, may your stay in my heart, may it be steady. May it not come and go. Means he has asked the same thing, but he says, Bhagwan, this is love for the giver, not what is given. Previously, Bhagwan said, you take Vairagya, you take Jnana, you take this, you take that. But he says, Bhagwan, I want you. You did not say, you take me. So I'm specifically asking now, please come along with Sita ji and Lakshman ji and stay in my heart. Now Bhagwan says, he gives his blessings and he says, now I'm ready to leave. I want to go to Agastya Rishi. Sutikshna ji says, oh, Agastya Rishi, he is my guru. And I know precisely what is the shortest way to reach his ashram. And it has been a long time I have not seen my guru. So I will also come along with you so that you are not feeling obligated. He says, I am not coming with you. I am going to meet my guru. So you don't have to feel or even give me permission to come. Bhagwan smiles looking at his innocence. Lakshmanji also smiles. And along the way, they are having moving satsang. Panta kahata nija bhagati anupa, muni ashrama pahuche surabhupa. Talking about the greatness of devotion, all of them reach the ashram of Agastya Rishi. Sutikshna Rishi, he rushes forward and does Dandavat Pranam to his guru, Agastya Rishi. At that time, Agastya Rishi was doing Namajapa. And he says, Nata Kosala Dhisa Kumara Aye Milana Jagata Adhara. O teacher, son of Dashrath Maharaj has come, who I know is the substratum of this universe. Aye Milana Jagata Adhara. He has come along with Sita ji, along with Lakshman ji. And Agastya Rishi, listening to this, gets up from his seat of japa and he rushes towards him. You see the beauty of Agastya Rishi also. Huh? Sutikshna Rishi insisted he should give Guru Dakshina. Agastya Rishi said, bring me Rama. Sutikshna Rishi did tapasya, got Bhagwan to his ashram. So as the result of Upadesha given to his Shishya, Agastya Rishi is getting now darshan of Bhagwan Rama. Of course, he is also one of the main speakers of Ramacharitmanas, Bharadwaja Rishi and Kumbhaja Rishi, Agastya Rishi. Hari Biloki Lochana Jalachai. Looking at Bhagwan, he has tears in his eyes and he does his pujanam, gives him lot of respect and brings him in. Now all Rishi Munis, they are sitting there. Agastya Rishi feels he is very, very blessed that Bhagwan came to his ashram. But each Rishi Muni feels Bhagwan is looking only at them. Muni samuha maha baithe sanamukha sabki or. As though Bhagwan was seated just opposite each Rishi Muni, like that he sat. Sarada indu tana chitavata manahu nikara chakor. All Rishi Munis, they say, we had heard about Bhagwan's soothing form. Today we are getting to see it. Then Bhagwan asks about what I should do such that I can finish all Rakshasas. Who is asking whom? Bhagwan Rama is asking Agastya Rishi. And it is said, Agastya Rishi, when the Rama Ravana Yuddha was taking place, he comes there when Ravana was not getting defeated at all. He teaches him Aditya Hridayam. So some commentators, they write, seed for it he has sown here. When Bhagwan asks, please tell me that by which I can finish all Rakshasas. So one Upadesha he gave was to worship Lord Sun. With that you can get whatever you want. But Agastya Rishi, he says, Bhagwan, what are you asking me? Are you asking me a question after knowing the answer? Or are you genuinely asking a question? So then he does a beautiful description of who Bhagwan is. He says this whole universe is like a fig tree, Audumbara Vriksha. And different Brahmandas which are there, they are like the fig fruit. And within that, there are some small germs. That is all of us, Jiva. So that tiny insect doesn't even know that something exists outside of that fruit. Its whole life is in that fruit only. It is like that this Jiva doesn't know how big your Brahmanda is. And you are the Lord of this entire Brahmanda. You are asking me how to finish Rakshasas. He says that is your humility. You make people great. So Aditya Hridayam, who composed it? People should say Agastya Rishi composed it. And he says, whatever little knowledge I have gained by taking your name only. And you are asking me the solution of some problem that you are going through. Then having praised Bhagwan, he says, Jadyapi Brahma Akhanda Ananta Anubhava Gamya Bhajahi Jahi Santa. You look at this 6th Chaupai after 12th Doha. Abhirala Bhagati Birata Satasanga. Bhagwan, give me Abhirala Bhagati, unbroken love. Give me dispassion and give me satsang. Means may my mind get an opportunity to keep itself in you. Charana Saroruha Priti Abhanga. And may this devotion to your lotus feet be without any interruptions. This is where that Abhanga word has come. Abhanga means without any interruption. Means thought should be turned towards the Lord uninterruptedly. And even though Bhagwan, people say that you are pure consciousness, known as one's own self, still my mind goes towards your Saguna form. Asatava Rupa Bakanavu Janavu Phiri Phiri Saguna Brahmarati Manavu. Again and again, my mind goes towards your Saguna form. Then finally he says, Bhagwan, there is a place called as Panchavati, which has been cursed. There is one forest called Dandaka forest, which has been cursed by some Rishi. Please go and stay in Panchavati. Lot of good will happen to the Rishi Munis there. They need you the most. So this is near Nasik, Panchavati. Godavari river flows there. So combination or a place where there are 5 trees. Banyan tree, Amla, Peepal tree, Bale tree, wood apple. And last one is Ashoka tree. So 5 trees together, that is called as Panchavati. Please go and stay there. Now on the way, Bhagwan meets Jatayuji also. Geeda Raja se bhaint bhai, bahu vidhi preeti badai. Godavari nikat prabhu, rahe paran gruha chai. Bhagwan built a beautiful hut on the banks of Godavari river. Lakshmanji was an expert now. Wherever hut was needed, very quickly he would build. Bhagwan settled down there. Now we have reached a very important and a beautiful prasanga of Rama Gita. Lakshmanji asks a question to Bhagwan Rama, and Bhagwan Rama gives very precise answers. That is this next portion. I wanted to reach here today. The next session we can begin Rama Gita. अगणित गुणगण भूषण राम आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम अयोध्यवासी सीताराम आपद बांधव जय जय राम दशरथ नंदन श्री राम दशमुख मर्दन जय जय राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम कामित फलदा जय जय राम पाप विमोचन श्री राम पट्टाभिराम जय जय राम जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम जय रघुराम जय सीताराम वानर सेवित श्री राम वारिधि बंधन जय जय राम हनुमत पूजित सीताराम श्री राम जय जय राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. If you get a chance, please do read the Sutikshna Ji Stuti again as sadhana and then see what meaning comes to mind. Okay, Hari Om everyone.